episode 2 of Beyond My Pain. Last time we shared like the story of a young man who was molested by his aunt, two of his aunts, and one of his neighbor while he was 7 and 14. What is it like right now, your relationship with this particular aunt? Because the neighbor, I'm sure by now you have lost contact.
Yeah, I've lost contact with the neighbor.
Okay, like those two aunties who happen to be family and are in your life, what is like your relationship with them currently?
Well, my relationship with them currently is that ever since I left Lagos, I've not have any contact with them. Even though I have their contact on my phone, neither did I call them or even check up on them or one either of those two things. Sure.
Okay, so are they like married now?
Yeah, they are married. They are both married. They're both
married.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the both of them have children.
One is married with 3 kids or 2 kids now, and the other one is also married but not with a kid. From the last time I had Sha, she's not yet with a kid.
Okay, so let's just say one is having like a happy ever after.
Yeah.
Her husband and children.
Yeah.
But the other one is doesn't have any child yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so have there been any situation whereby any of them like reached out to you or something?
Yeah, one of them was able to reach out to me, then
to ask for forgiveness.
No, she was not asking for forgiveness. None of them actually feel remorse of what they did.
They don't feel remorseful.
They didn't, because if they did feel remorse, they would have called back and I'm sorry for how I did your life and stuff like that. So one of them messaged me one time ago asking for money and some other stuff like that. So when I notice something like that, I tend to block anytime I see them in any social media or any place.
So wait, hold on. One of them messaged you to ask you for money?
Yeah.
Wow. Does it mean that she's not having it happily in her home? Like she's not financially stable?
Well, the thing is, I don't know the situation of their home
right now. Okay.
But with everything, I see that she's not happily married, because in a natural sense, if you are actually not happily married, it won't make you to go back to your younger one to ask for money.
Okay, so what you did was blocking them on all platforms?
Yeah, for all platforms.
Okay, I know this might be quite hard, but I want to ask, have you like forgiven them?
Yeah, I have forgiven them, because in the Bible says forgive and forget. Because if I do not forgive them, God won't be able to accept me as his son.
So when you remember the situation, do you still feel hurt? You still feel pain?
Yeah, I feel pain. Yeah, I feel pain, but not as much as before.
Yes, see, forgiveness is the process. I'm not going to rush you into it, but forgiveness is the process. You need to allow God to help you to, because you have to forgive.
Yeah.
This might come up as very hard, but you genuinely have to forgive. You're not forgiving them because of them. Do you understand? You're forgiving them because of yourself, so that you can have forgiveness. Not forgiving the person like tying yourself down. You get carrying a person in your heart. It limits a lot of possibilities with you. But forgiving them gives you room to be productive. You get what I'm saying? So this is the reason why you have to forgive, so that you can be productive. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you are forgiving them for yourself.
Yeah.
Not because of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your forgiveness is because of yourself, not because of them.
Yeah.
So please, you have to forgive. I wouldn't want to say karma is catching up with them, but I just do hope that they one day realize their mistakes and want to apologize. But even if they do not apologize, do you understand? Even if they do not apologize, I think you should still forgive, regardless. So I want to ask, like right now, what is your present relationship with your both parents? Have there been any form of improvement?
Well, my parents, My dad, I don't tell him things, but sometimes jokingly I just like, I'll soon get married and some other stuff, wife and stuff like that. But anything from the past, no, it's remained past.
Okay, so there's like a little improvement with your dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, how about your mom?
Well, my mom is late.
Oh, hold on. You lost your mom?
Yeah, I lost my mom.
That's like how many years ago?
That's 5 years ago.
5 years ago. So you never got to like share all of this pain with her before she died?
No, no.
Oh wow. So this might be really painful for you. So how is it like? Like how were you able to handle the grief of losing a mother? What was it like for you?
It was very painful. It was very painful. I, if someone if someone told me that I would leave my mom, I would see the person as a liar and as a bad person and stuff like that.
Did the death of your mom in any way bring you closer to your dad?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But the thing is, I prefer my mom because not I'm not really more closer to my dad,
Okay,
but
you were closer to your
my
mom.
mom, very close to my mom than my dad. So I'm just trying this period to be close to my dad, telling things and stuff like that. But out from time, if I have anything, I just keep it up to myself or I tell my friends. I hear their point of view, they take my action. Than telling my dad. But recently, I think to call him once in a while to ask him his own point of view about it. But
Okay. Considering the fact that you've already gone through a lot of childhood trauma in time past, molestation, and all of that, during the period your mom died, I know that you probably must have been in denial for some time. How were you able to process that pain? The reason I'm asking this question is because there could be a lot of persons out there who are watching us right now who probably went through, let's say, the same childhood trauma and the same molestation and all of that, but then also lost their mom along the line and they were unable to even open up. I know that when you lost your mom, you were not this old or matured, so they were unable to open up to their parents and also communicated the same pain to their mom. So compiling this whole thing together for the fact that you already had a burden you were carrying on your shoulder and now you have another grief to deal with. Are you the first child?
actually, I'm the first son.
You're the first son, but not the first child.
Yeah.
You mentioned about having a sister. So how were you able to deal with the pain of losing someone who was so dear to you, like favorite, like to your heart, considering all you were currently going through? How were you able to deal with that pain? In fact, how were you able to heal, basically?
Well, I would say in the help of God because it was just God because I don't really know how I'm going to explain it, but I just all know that it was God because without God I won't know who I'll become by now because with the little things I saw and things like this might actually made me a bad child or one thing or the other or child that will just be misbehaving and every other thing. But it's with the help of God helping me because I accepted God as my Lord and Savior and He has been helping me ever since then. So He is just the one. There are things that I can't just picture out or just see, but I just know it's God. It's God that's going to me.
So what were like the practical steps you took? Like, I mean, what were like the practical steps you took to healing? Like your practical steps, what were the steps you took to heal from the fact that you've lost this favorite person in your life? What did you do? Or you didn't really do anything. You just moved on.
Actually, I I was pained, like I was really pained. So in Bible says in John chapter, I can't just know where the exact chapter is, but about to say the Holy Ghost will be the comforter, will comfort you and every other thing. So during this period I lost my mom, I couldn't phantom the fact that I lost someone else so dear to me. And I was like, God, I am close to you and this and that. So but still yet God was like gave me a word after my mom was laid to the ground. There was a word that word really changed my life. It was Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. For I know the thought I thought towards you, thought of peace and not of evil to give you an expected end. That word changed my life. It transformed me to the man I am today. Because sometimes when I'm go through some trials and some stuff about life, I just remember that word and it keep me moving, keep me moving. So the glory of God, I'm a graduate also.
Oh.
So it's just God.
Wow. Congratulations to that on your graduation. So I also want to like ask lastly, two questions actually. Lastly, if you are to speak, if you are to talk to your mom for like 30 seconds right now, what would you be telling her?
I don't really know because I'm speechless like this, sure. But the only thing I want to tell her is like I love her.
That's very deep.
I love her.
That's very deep. Okay. And I know she loves you too. And lastly, what would be your advice to someone out there who is going through the same trauma that you did, who probably was molested, who in course of trying to deal with the pain was eventually probably eventually lost his or her favorite person that he would have communicated to, and all this thing like is built up in there? What would be your advice to that person out there?
Well, my advice would be that firstly, the person should go close to God because you can't do it alone. You can't do it by your man's strength or woman's strength. You need God because God is the one and the owner of my boots. He has been the one guiding me and he'll be the one directing my path and what to do and what not to do. So you need God first. Then second, you still need good people around you.
Sure.
Because if you don't have the right people around you, you won't go far also. You won't be able to understand life also. Because you need good people around you that can advise you. And you might go wrong in one way or the other, but them being your side, they can give you the right decision. There are some friends you need to have. You need to check your friends to see whether they are the right one for you. So if they are able to guide you the right way, you will know the right way. But you will just have to understand and learn from them. Then you also making your own decision also is also important too. So that's it.
All right, thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you so much for trusting us with your information. And to the audience out there, young ones out there specifically watching, adults, mothers, fathers, please, I want to beg you in the name of God, the young ones specifically, please speak up. Okay, speak up, talk to your parents. And to parents, please be parents and at the same time be loving and approachable enough to be able to hear what your words have to say. And to everyone who is going through this similar situation, I pray for you that the good Lord will bring you healing, and I pray for you that God will give you clarity to understand every single thing and every single step you're going to take. I pray that God will send help your way. I pray that God will send healing your way. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Thank you so much for listening. And please, if you're not subscribed, please do it. Subscribe. Do it. Subscribe to this channel, and God will keep blessing you. Thank you.